Top 10 Lattafa. Yeah.
Here's some codes to save you some cash on your next Middle Eastern niche or designer fragrances.
What's going on, guys? My name is Neeb. Welcome back to AROMATIX. Today we're going to be cracking into the absolute best of Lattafa. It's 2024, and I think the last time I made this style of video, it's been almost about a year. I think it's pretty fair to do one of these every 4 to 6 months, because every 4 to 6 months, by then we have seen like 20 fragrances from Lattafa. And considering the upgrade in technology and fragrance, we're getting fragrances that we never thought we could get at certain prices. And I'm all for it, man. I am all for it. So keep them coming, Lattafa. You guys are doing some excellent work. One of the big dogs, obviously, in the community. And I pray for your success because ultimately we all win in the case. But before we get started with the video, make sure to follow me on TikTok, AROMATIX_, and on Instagram, AROMATIX Extras, and all that good stuff. We do Q&A content. I'm dropping real shorts. You'll find out about some of these videos. I actually made a top 5, I think, before I even made this video. And you'll see the top 5 correspond with this video as well. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and get started with some honorable mentions. These are going to be more tailored into the best right now, basically. And this is definitely deserving of an honorable mention. It's Lattafa's Asad. It does the licorice a little bit less. And in turn, it makes it seem like the vanilla is a little bit stronger. It makes it easier to wear, basically, for the masses. So this basically takes that DNA and makes it easier to wear. And so a lot of people are able to wear this one more so different occasions. A great fragrance, and especially for the price point, you guys, 25 bucks. Yeah, it's gold. It's definitely worth an honorable mention, although I will say there are other ones on the market today that I prefer. Still really good. If you're still thinking about whether or not you should grab this, I personally say grab it. It's good. Another honorable mention is going to be Fakhar Lattafa, which is also known as Lattafa's Fakhar. If you enjoy those sage, aromatics, shower gel, and blue, this is going to give you that vibe, except it doesn't go as amber woody or as ambery in the dry down. It kind of just holds on to the top and mid of the fragrance, and that's pretty much it. But don't worry, because they have another fragrance that I believe came out before this that was a sleeper that in fact does the DNA better. I think it captures the mid and dry down more so, and it lasts long. It's a great fragrance, stocking stuffers, but even this, genuinely, it's still worth picking up. For the price, this is a little rocket, and it projects a little bit harder, but you're sacrificing a bit of refinement. So let's go ahead and get started with the bread and butter of this video, and we're gonna start off with one of the top ones, and this is going to be exactly the other fragrance I was referencing, and it's called Sheikh Shuyukh Final Edition. All right, I'm gonna do you a solid and just put them down in the description because I know that was a mouthful. And what did he say? Final Edition by Lattafa is probably what you could look up if you don't want to do the description, but nevertheless, it's exactly what I said it to be. It smells like YEDP, just a mid to dry down. Smells fantastic. Now, granted, I will always recommend YEDP because it's just a sheer versatile king, and it's a compliment magnet, capturing the top to the mid, and one's capturing the mid to the dry down. But for whatever it's worth, it's under 30 bucks. Okay? Like, can you argue with that? No, you can't. It's a great fragrance for under 30 bucks, stocking stuffer. You can give this to literally anybody and they will be happy with it, except for trying to say, what is this called even? Is it just called Final Edition? Yeah, good enough. Eau de Parfum concentration, a great one, a top 10. This is an oldie, so I'll be curious to see how many of the oldies will make it to these lists as time progresses, but this absolutely deserves it. Moving on to the next one, and this is called Qaa'ed. This is a very specific fragrance DNA. It's very masculine, dry, woody, and cardamom. If you like woody spicy, for under 25 bucks, it's almost criminal. It's almost criminal if you don't get this. It smells Middle Eastern, yes, but it smells super sexy. Cardamom is like one of the sexiest men's spice fragrance notes you could use in a fragrance, and La Nuit de l'Homme, okay? La Nuit de l'Homme. But this is more oriental than that. Sexy ass fragrance. It lasts all day for me, and it's something that I would dress up, I wouldn't even dress it down. If you want something masculine, woody, and definitive in your masculinity, this is a good one. And I don't want to emphasize too late, I already did emphasize too much on the whole masculinity, because a lot of women that like woody, dry, cardamom based, you can still rock this as well. An excellent fragrance that definitely deserves to be on this list and is criminally underrated in my opinion. Well, not really, you know, I think it's because of the fact that we're getting so many freaking bangers. Do you blame people for like forgetting? I don't blame them, but definitely a hidden gem. Maybe once upon a time wasn't. Next one is actually pretty new. It's Lattafa's Pisa. This smells really good. It'll give you about 7 hours of longevity, but it smells like every mass appealing niche summer fragrance that costs like $400 plus, $455 or less. Phenomenal. In the presentation, this weighs like a brick. This is not cheap. I wouldn't even call this a cheapie in terms of like what it's doing, not in terms of the price. The price is cheapie, and Lattafa keep it cheapie because that's why people love these fragrances. But it's absolutely insane. and it definitely deserves to be on the list for many of those factors. The performance, sure, it's only about 7 hours, but let's talk about other freshies in the price range that give you like, what, 4 hours and people are still buying. 6 to 7 hours, I don't want any more than that out of a fresh, well, actually, that's a lie. I do want more than that out of a freshie, but realistically speaking, that's what I would expect and some. So a great fragrance that does a lot of those citruses, fruits. It has some ambroxan vibe, a blue musky nature to it as well. Very mass appealing, and I would imagine it's not going to be the most compliment getting fragrance in the world, but you'll smell clean. You'll smell clean and you'll smell pretty damn expensive. Niche level stuff right here. Moving on to the next one is this. Super addicting, strange, but really good. It's Lattafa's Affection pistachio ice cream, basically gelato. It's so damn good, you guys. It has a little bit of a fruity top that freshens it up and makes it more approachable, if you will. But guys, I've rocked this too. It is a feminine fragrance, and I would call this unisex, leaning feminine, but my God, it's so addicting. And I've gotten compliments while rocking this one. If you like creamy pistachio vanillic fragrances, you need to check out Affection. The only downside of this fragrance is finding it. It's finding it. Lattafa, please make this more available because it's genuinely one of freaking, it is. It's one of your top 10. So Affection, phenomenal fragrance, and hopefully we'll see these back in stock sooner than later for sure. Occasions, flirty, playful, sexy, edible. You want to smell like a snack and some, this is the one to go with. Total longevity is 10 plus hours as well. To the next day, you're gonna get that gelato vibe. And for under 55 bucks, I think it's worth every penny. So if you have a sweet tooth from hell, like me, you're gonna absolutely love this one. And number 5 place is Ansam Silver. This is such an underrated gem, you guys. Really good. Sweet, a little bit playful, but also citruses, maybe some woods like vetiver. Versatility to the max. If you like sweet and signature scenting sweet fragrances, you can absolutely do this or do that with this. It lasts about 7 hours, and as it matured, it started to last even longer. But it's a fragrance that if you like the most wanted intense, you like that whole born in Roma style DNA, you're absolutely gonna love this stuff. Flies under the radar, and for under 30 bucks sometimes, it's absolutely worth the price tag. It smells designer level stuff. I would say damn near designer level. This is just a notch below that. It came out actually a long time ago, and yeah, it's actually one of the best ones. Top 10 easily. What makes this mostly the top 10 is its sheer versatility and mass appeal. I don't think anybody has disliked this fragrance that picked it up on recommendations. In number 6 place is Vintage Radio. Vintage Radio, this bottle right here, this actually smells niche. I only get about 7 to 8 hours out of it. I was hoping for more, but even then, the 7 to 8 hours is absolutely intoxicating. It's plum, Palo Santo, some Gaiac wood, maybe some peppers and incense. I find this to be unisex, although some of that woody nature of the fragrance will take it towards the masculine side of things, but so freaking sexy. So sexy. Quality of this though? Damn, dude. Damn, niche level stuff. Longevity could be a little bit better, but even everything considered for the price, you cannot complain. Easily top 5 Lattafa. Number 4. This is also, in my opinion, underrated AF. This is Art of Arabia 3. It smells like a hybrid of Luminous Night meets Noir Extreme. The reason it doesn't smell exactly like Noir Extreme is it tones down a lot of those spices. You still get the Kulfi vibe, but it's not nearly as spiced as Noir Extreme. And I also get a date support. I get dates and ambers. It definitely smells like there's more going on there than just the Noir Extreme style DNA. But I was actually very surprised with the way that this one performed. Initially, when you spray it on, you don't think it's gonna be a beastly performing fragrance, but this is like one that actually fools you, bro. This comes in like a freaking uppercut when you're just looking away, and it just sucker punches you in the face because it actually lasted for like 8 to 10 plus hours. The way that this one wears was extremely enjoyable, and it's a little bit hard to explain. The scent profile of this is not something that's overwhelming, but the projection was there the entire time. I could smell myself just getting wafts left and right, and super intoxicating stuff. Dates, amber, kulfi ice cream. Yeah, this is easily one of the top 5 Lattafa fragrances. If you're into date night fragrances, you need this in your collection. Seriously, for under 50 bucks, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it. One of the absolute best. Now we're hitting into like number 3, man. And this is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. The only reason why it's not number 2 is because number 2 just has such mass appeal that it's absolutely insane, and it wouldn't make sense not to be number 2. This is a Nashama the White, the original. This smells overdose of sugar and extra plum. It's jammier, it's sweeter, it's a little bit of more floral nature to it as well, which makes it extremely unisex. nice and slightly cleaner as well. This just works. It's absolutely addicting stuff. If you like Paragon or if you like vintage radio, get this. Seriously, get this. Ladies, this is a wearable version of something like Paragon for you. And gentlemen, man, addicting AF. Easily top 3, also lasts 10 plus hours, no-brainer fragrance, one of the best from Lattafa. It would be really surprising to see anything beat the top 3, especially this one. Super strange and addicting. I love strange and addicting fragrances, and that's kind of how the whole contrast of the Plum and Palo Santo, etc. But it's absolutely intoxicating, and it gets a lot of compliments because that strange vibe, although strange can go strange bad, this is strange, but in every good way. It gets attention and it gets compliments. Number 2, this, there's no way any man is gonna dislike this. This is a Nashama Caprice. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, like the Nashamas were heavy ass hitters. If you took the La Nuit de l'Homme vibe and you added more of the lavender that's already there, which creates that blue vibe, that's basically what you get. A thicker scent profile, it still projects, although thicker, and lasts all day to the next day on clothing, man. These are heavy hitting ass fragrances, especially now that we're in like the top 5. And number 1 is just, man, it's a home run for me. At first, I didn't know if I liked it. It was so strange, so unusual, and the first day I wore it to the gym. It's got pineapple creme brulee, so it says, but to me it smells like a blend if Yum Pistachio met Ani. So it's like ginger, ambroxan, vanilla, and then pistachio cream. Intoxicating, and maybe a small dose of pineapple. This is Bad Al Oud Honor and Glory. Absolutely number freaking 1 Lattafa right now. Strange, unusual, addicting, projecting, long lasting. This is a freaking phenomenal. It smells like a creation, genuinely. Now, I know a lot of fragrance brands will say that they have creations and stuff. This, even if it is a hybrid or tribrid, that's such an excellent tribrid or hybrid. I freaking love this stuff. And it smells niche. Long lasting, niche smelling, extremely unique, compliment beast. Amazing. Number 1, easily, Honor and Glory. All of these, I would say, are the best of Lattafa, and I would try my best personally if I was trying to figure out where to start. These would be the ones. Now, if you noticed, we only mentioned a couple of freshies, which are these 2 right here, Pisa and Sheikh Shuyukh Final Edition, and they're, I think, some of the best ones from the brand in terms of performance, longevity, but I do have more of an affinity for sweet fragrances as well, so you do have to keep that in consideration when watching these videos or this list. Still though, a lot of sweet fragrances I believe can be signature scented, like Ansam Silver, etc. There are certain fresh aspects to the number 1 fragrance, but it does wear relatively thick. It does have like a ginger and a heavy dose of vanilla, which can make this one work in more than just the spring and summer. So although there's pineapple creme brulee, it has a thick nature that can get you through the fall, even the winter time. You could wear this all year. I would personally even wear it during a date, honestly. Maybe not during like a serious date, but if I'm going out, you know, casually, I would easily rock this one. This would be more so serious date, and other fragrances that we mentioned as well, more serious date. If I wanted to be flirty and playful, I would go with something like this as well. Excellent fragrances from the house of Lattafa, and fragrances that give you bang for buck and some. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next top 10 whatever comes out, okay? And the new releases and all that good stuff. There you have it, top 10 Lattafa. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.